Wait. Oh my god. Was dat de... Stop automatisch.
Here?
Kom hierop staan.
Or we could do later. I don't know if later would be better though.
I think
Wait, can you mark right there? Can you just put a marker on my marker?
Yeah.
Okay, just leave the marker there, and then we'll see.
I look fucking shit.
I'm beat it,
but I don't
Ion.
care.
Yeah, I know it's definitely better.
Ik hoop oprecht
Ik
dat
weet-
ze clutchen. Het was gisteren en hij is was
I
great.
Nah,
Clix heeft
we-
2
that's
games
alright.
gewoon met day.
nothing.
En like, je zou denken van joh, dat brengt hem erop first. No, 6e plaats of zo. Was het 6e? Ja, ik denk dat het 6e was. En Booga en Miro staan weer op first. Ik heb het gevoel dat... Nou, je can't say that, he's the world champion, but still.
Yeah.
Soms heb ik het gevoel dat hem cheat, want like, in de voorrondes is dat bijna nooit dat hem first staat. Zoals nog de derde,
I can land window.
maar vanaf
I'm
de
gonna check if there's a
finals
window.
is en echt voelt dat het fucking zot, dan is het
You can
awesome.
land third. I got MK and mini.
Dan is het awesome first.
Dropping. I'm up. I'm dropping me.
I'm dropping him.
Yeah, come.
Lecce is al dead, Lecce is dead.
Yeah, I'm dead. I'm inside.
Nee, no fucking way.
Get in this building.
Yeah. He's gonna finish me.
No.
Oh, what is that, bro?
Who is
Ian's killing with a
this?
pistol. Oh.
I think we need to push on the right then, Peter. But,
I
Who is that?
no, I wasn't. I was gonna build a stair as soon as like fucking like he opened it. He just insta killed me.
No, who was that? Was that Tyson?
More nerves than this,
Yeah, I
right?
think
this
it was
season,
Station
chapter 3.
again.
So many new
Station.
additions, new POIs, new duos, and we'll have a new champion at the end of the day. Right into Chonkers. The analysts broke it all down. Loads of action going here, and Swillian is no
Unlucky.
secret. Oh wow,
Unlucky,
I was gonna
man.
say, isn't shy by any means, but he will be taken out rather swiftly. And so Flo King Clement,
31
win that
against
battle on the
third
north side.
place. This is gonna be
but we
crazy.
still know Default and Link will be lurking in the shadows, ready for their opportunity to get involved.
Yeah, everyone on the top
Sikkel
right now
was toch
struggling a
van
little
team
bit
van
off that
Herlango.
spawn. Grols as well.
Bad
Hitting
sniper.
those shins over and
was
over
niet-
again.
ja, Bad
Zestin
Sniper
does
is
not
de
want to
team
go
van
down, and I can
deze.
see the pattern too. It's top 3 versus 33 or 43 at this moment in terms of placement for Zestin and Hookah. They're still pushing ahead,
Second
and
place
that's what
had
overtakes
Lot aan
down.
Yeah, that's gonna be
42.
huge, right? And this is what we were just saying. So much can
Sikkel.
change.
Ja, hij gaat geen
One-off
champion
score,
worden in ieder geval
lost,
Sikkel,
and
maar...
that third place lot for them, unlikely to be there by the end of this one.
Yeah, if you're just joining us right now as well, you missed maybe
Cram
the
dog.
format explainer or what's really breaking down. You've only watched the Sunday because that's where, you know, the final banger games are prevalent. This is a 12-game format entirely, 6 games already played
Benjy
before.
zou kunnen
Everyone
terugkomen,
understands
maar
now
dan moeten
their
ze echt
stakes,
alles
their
winnen
story,
bijna.
and you'll see
Of niet
the
per se
Chiefs traps
alles,
in
maar ze
play.
moeten
Scram
endgame.
rolling through, 15th place overall, up against what looks like Melody and Kepi right now. And unfortunately, he's stuck inside these mines. 36
Refscar
rolls in
in
and takes him down.
danger
Refscar's
right
left
now.
alone.
Yeah,
This is
you
crazy.
saw Scram, he messed up the edit, and then he didn't have enough time to delay. I'm sure that's what his goal was, right? To delay as long as he could for Rescar to come to his aid. But again, a technical error, and it cost him his life.
Yeah, this is going to be de facto game number 7 inside
15e.
that total format. Nice from Melody, and you'll be noticing this throughout, I feel like, this entire first game 11. Everyone counter-stratting the stories and what happened
Je
yesterday.
moet er echt een keer op letten. Like, on God. De teams die redelijk hoog staan, zijn nu aan het doodgaan aan de laagste teams. Wat dat in principe niet zo slecht zijn voor Benjy en Savage.
Points really do stack up. The finest of margins are the difference, right, between these teams on the leaderboard. And like Zeke
It's
was
crazy.
saying, it's life.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Has an opportunity to push their way up high in the standings.
Vino.
It's just all about whether you can deliver in the moment. Vino and Joe, the team on our screens here, they very
City en Uguay zijn niet in deze FNCS, man. Like, 21 punten. You're dead. Je weet gewoon dat je geen champ kan worden op dat moment. Dus dan weet je gewoon van, yo, we moeten nu
Joe and Vino
hoofd op het meeste geld gaan.
playing as solos, because I feel like that's what we saw yesterday over and over again. If that was one thing, it's starting to play the mode, man. and stay alive.
Yeah, the cohesion.
Ik denk dat Anas champ houden. Gisteren heeft hij heel goed gespeeld. Eindigt hij ook op first place.
Go to reboot him, then Joe would go down, and
Yeah.
Joe had to try reboot Joe. It was just an endless cycle of them playing as solos, like you said. But again,
Ik zou het liever in dat deze gewoon weer champ wordt, gelijk als San. En dan...
right as well.
Maar vanavond hoop ik dat het kliks wordt.
That will be applied to their
Ik weet dat het hoogstwaarschijnlijk Booga of zo weer houden, maar ik zou wel dat het kliks en day wordt.
But it's fine, right? Because they have these 6 days to make that comeback, and we all love a comeback.
Hen. Kijk, letterlijk. 145, hij is op vierde plaats. Dat zijn hoge points voor FNCS voor first day. Je ziet Anas en Pink. Eigenlijk wil ik niet dat zij winnen. Like, ik kijk nooit naar Anas. Ik wil dat players winnen dat ik nog kijk.
Yeah, I think that speaks volumes about what they are as a duo. They had a quiet day and finished in fourth, right? That should really strike fear in the hearts of the other players in the lobby. If these guys had a quiet day and only came fourth, then who knows what will happen.
Twee lagere teams tegenover elkaar. Ja.
We're seeing Ryzen and Phoenix applying some pressure to Vortexia and Castery. Again, Vortexia and Castery were initially towards Chonkers yesterday, but now they've moved further north, and for what reason? They're going to be finding
Wow.
themselves sending right back
Dat mist ook waar dat zijn SMG en alles.
Castery now trying to do everything
Wil hij die hier?
to avenge his teammate, but it's going to be real difficult. Phoenix
Oh,
though actually
this is
will
gonna
go
be
down,
the
and
end
Ryzen is
of
all there
one
in
of
HD.
them.
And so it's a 1v1 now.
One v one wanneer er wel splashes en heeft misschien de mogelijke rest.
Over and over and over again with all these SMGs. I kind of like it. These are two of the most aggressive duos from day one. Castery and Vortexia in general, aggressive for the entire season 11. You would not expect them to be the ones getting pushed, them to be the ones to be responding to a fight, but that's what's happening because Ryzen has to switch up his game plan completely from day one. 61 points is not enough to push towards that top 10, and now the reversal is there. A 2v1 situation for his opponent. Castery is really just locking down as much as possible, keeping his team alive.
Yeah, and Castery, the elimination went through, so he gets the siphon. Ryzen does a good job there just to sort of nullify that factor. And now it's about winning another 1v1.
It's not over yet, though. Never mind. As I say it, he rattles right through. Castery down, and that's gonna shape the game in such a different way. I am not like downplaying the just impact of Castery and Vortexia being on the map 11. They just make things absolutely atrocious for so many players. With them gone this early,
beste
before
dag.
placements even handed out, that changes things for a lot of people mid-game.
Yeah, and it can have a positive impact, but it can also have a negative one.
Eigenlijk
right?
moet Anas en al redelijk vroeg doodhouden. Ik wil echt een benjy savage.
At the end of the day, now that interrupts their game plan,
Like
right?
vorige keer FNCS
More time to actually trying to get back in
was heel goed gespeeld.
rather than looking to
En
get
nu
some
is het gewoon van
positions.
ja,
We'll see how they bounce back.
they have
They
to
wouldn't
do
have the
it.
best day yesterday, but another
But
team
will they
they'll
do
feel they
it?
can do much better today.
Stompy Jew on screen right now. I feel like this team I'm the most scared of in terms of looking at anyone from 20th to 30th because they made the most mistakes game one. And that might seem a little bit backwards, but at the same time, the more mistakes you make, I feel like you have so much more to review, learn from.
Thomas HD en fel. Ah nee, dat was Thijs niet daarnet. Thijs speelt met Thomas.
Stompy, and we saw what Juke do inside the qualifiers. I feel like this team definitely has some secret game plans we don't know of, but will impact the game today.
Yeah, they're super consistent team. You referenced the qualifier too. They're one of the few teams to get 10 points in every game in that qualifier, right? When they hit the ground running and they have their rhythm, they are very much a force to be reckoned with. And you know, they're not having to deal with some of the shambles we've seen at the Daily Bugle in previous sessions. So I'd like to hope that today they can find a bit of better form, but definitely one of the more consistent teams in this lobby. Thomas HD and Tayson posturing up on
Gisteren heb ik de Big Noah gezien.
with Surge yesterday, and Tayson on Twitter saying, look, we shouldn't be struggling with Surge.
Het is echt, like, gisteren heb ik Noah gezien in Lena op 5. Dat was echt crazy. Ik wilde hem zo. Ja, dat is echt wel. Het was fun.
Day one, but many people would argue you have the best loot in the game. We expect more than top 10 for you guys, so they'll have that pressure. But if there's anyone who could deal with it, I'm sure it's Tayson and Thomas.
I mean, they are the day two de facto duo, I feel like. Every FNCS we've seen, Thomas HD just absolutely becomes super online, like gigabit speeds on that second day. So I feel like they have a little bit of a pedestal from that first one. Talk about a pedestal, a tower, a spot that should just be etched on the map now for following UFNCS. Pink's Cavern, I feel like, is what it should be called, or Pink's Mountain, maybe. Him and Anas are just up here 24/7, dictating who can move where inside the whole lobby. They are like, you know, just guards, making sure that there's a cost to every decision you make, Levin. And they've had so much good surge from it, so much good positions overall too. Looks like they got zone as well. This might be their game.
Yeah, when you look back at their games yesterday, they could have had an even better day, right? There were a couple games where they were set up to really do what they do best and dominate high ground. And, you know, as much as I don't like to blame things on RNG, there were a couple instances where they did genuinely just get a bit unlucky, right? And so you like to think if it balances out today, these guys could have a monster day. People question Shia whether they're able to handle high ground with all the other top high ground teams in the lobby. That was not even a question for them. They definitely are ready.
Yeah, the answer was 2 victory royales. No one right now in EU is catching up to that standard, and it was one that was from this zone specifically that they rolled in and won the entire game. It almost looks like a little bit of a mimic where it started kind of near Cavern, then pulled down a little bit overall. So I want to see if they can do that once more. Vino and Joe, though, we talked about them a little bit. They're going to be inside the storm currently, still a long ways to go. We saw the pattern like this also develop for a lot of teams, Levin, kind of moving late, being behind. They start to, I don't know, maybe stack up their decisions a bit too much and it becomes overwhelming. Over here, if you make a mistake, it could just cost you your game.
Yeah, for sure. They're deep in the storm, and again, when we talk about timing in your games, that's one of the things that can sort of throw things off. It'll be fun to see how they play out. I don't think many people expected them to do as well out of Sleepy as they did, but Vino's no stranger to proving people wrong, and I'm sure he'll try to do that again by pushing his way in to that top 10.
Right now, I believe everyone's just searching to get towards that top 35 slot. That's exactly where placement starts, just 1 point. But at the same time, you can see teams like Rise and Phoenix, like Cassia, Vertexia, pushing for those eliminations as well. 3 points per. It makes the format a little bit more favoring to those aggressive teams, the ones who are popping off in low ground. While you guys are watching all these height teams, you know, go for the win. There will be many stories also happening in those underground boxes back and forth. The 8 Elam games, I feel like, start from the dirt towards these end games. But on this second zone 11, many opportunities, a balance of both water and lots of hills on the land, but it's not too crazy like the Cavern or the Lumberyard, right? With this zone, there's a lot more flexibility for many players. I feel like that's both a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah, I think
We have a ton of fucking
situations we felt like we were having a lot yesterday where you have these games where maybe these teams you weren't expecting to do as well are just because the zone sort of gives them that advantage. Wow, what are these shots? Oh my goodness.
Maybe it's overstimulation. Remember, Lake Default, 3 teams every game, plus they're here right now. I feel like their arms must just be on fire and they have the most practice compared to everyone else in the lobby.
Yeah, these guys really don't play around when it comes to the eliminations. Very much looking to take advantage of the fact that you get 3 per. And the Let's Say Squeeze. Shire, very much to many, including myself, a surprise team. Almost came out of nowhere, right? Like a snake in the grass, but to be fair,
I mean,
they have all the experience in the world.
Let's say how we say, right? We roasted them for weeks. Me and you legitimately roasted them for weeks because we expected so much more. It's Analyx X Squeeze. Analyx was like the I don't know, the guinea pig child of every region. Everyone just realized how good he was for like, I don't know, 3 months, and everyone was watching his cash cups, his FNCSs, how he approaches the game, how he approaches, you know, being a teammate inside his trio back last year. Now I think the transition was just a little bit tough overall, maybe switching modes, but they've really found their groove on day 1.
Yeah, this is one of the few teams that have really been playing with each other, and so they've had to fight through adversity on many occasions, right? There's not many people in Fortnite that they can say they've been doing or playing with someone since 2020. Me and you, we've only been casting for a couple months, right? We don't even go back that far, so these guys have been through it with each other, and they'll continue to go through it with each other. But this is a fight that makes me get really
holy shit, I'm gonna ask something.
Why is this fight happening? It's Storm Surge right now. It basically dictates, you know, you have to do damage or the server will start doing damage to you. Makes every single person on the map get active, and right now Tayson and Thomas have not done enough damage. Maybe they were prioritizing position, looting. They were really looking at other teams. As a result, they're 111 damage below every other team on the map right now, under that threshold. They have to really be forcing this fight. Now that lightning will start to strike. 25 damage, I believe, every 5 seconds. Tayson really needs to start pushing in and maybe getting some work done. Thomas up top, they'll have to go through their shield reserves. The other players can't actually hear the noise or see visually that lightning striking. That's just us right now on broadcast. That being said, if their shield does crack, Lincoln Default will hear that, and now box is completely open. Walls gonna be basically transparent, see-through, and shot through as well with those edits. Tayson is gonna be low at 54. 79 above though, that's the cost actually. It's gonna be good overall for Thomas and Tayson. They're gonna be looking fine for now, but you know about the Storm Surge Levin, it can go back down very fast. It's gonna be like 200 above. That's a good spot to get.
It's interesting, right? Because you saw them earlier in this game.
Oh, wat do we see hier? Antilex. Kills. Raflea. Pak ik er een normale naam, ja. Storm Surge.
But like you say, that other team knows that they're desperate, and so they won't give them an inch. Lincoln Default will look to control the pace of the fight, slow it down, and just force Thomas and Tayson to chunk damage. Similar to what we're seeing here from Diox and Wafa, they are just being forced to chunk it. They're looking for an opportunity to find a team, but there's no one there, Diox. Maybe look a bit more to your right and you'll see something.
It's just tough. This is one of those teams I was talking about, you know, some of them were playing underground, starting from the dirt, getting a lot of eliminations towards that end game. Diox and Wafa were just driving around in cars in like the 7th, 8th zone. They were having fun. Felt like they were just watching, you know, kids at a trampoline.
They were
jumping
having
around,
fun.
and it was getting them points too. It was nuts. They kind of slowed down towards the end of the day overall. I think they hit all the way towards second or maybe even first overall. We're looking at points towards those earlier games. Now though, this is tough. I mean, yes, they're surviving, but look at their inventories overall. Heals is going down, down, down. When does Surge end? What's the context? You might be asking. There's a certain player count that needs to be achieved by the lobby. This first iteration that we just saw, it's 70. So now with 69 players alive, it's gonna just turn off. In a few more zones, it'll be back up, and the server will require 50 players to be up and alive. So right now, there's 19 more than, you know, that is needed. And Diox and Wildflower know that. They know, you know, with EU being this stacked, with day 2 coming in 11, there's just no way.
Ik weet niet wat er aan de hand is, maar...
You know, go down at all. It's gonna be tough for them. They need to get this damage.
Yeah.
Ik weet niet wat er aan de hand is met Verdeel en met Noah Riley. Ze zijn dus ja, split-up gedaan. Maar like... It's weird. Gast. Imagine winning FNCS like that. Clank.
And that's a top 10 team as well. Just imagine, you know, you're rolling with the day, you have the game plan, you're actually stronger as well. You know, their plans are just amazing. They just seem so dynamic. But they're going down in the pressure.
Ooh, face to face with the big Tayson. Tayson is EU's champion, that's just fact. Ik zou nu echt nog een keer World Cup willen. Gewoon de manier hoe dat nu is. Met al deze top players. Yo, I think it would be amazing. Face to face met de beste van NA, van Europa. Like, allemaal gewoon. Ja, we zien. Ik wil eigenlijk echt niet aan als wint. About this player, praat ik er over fucking Tayson, man. Yeah. Han on 4th place. So Han FNCS champ? Who knows? Je kan niet haten op Booga, ook omdat hij is onze world champion. Heb je er al op gelet, Aqua en Nyrox? Dat is nooit speciaal geweest, dat was wel world champions in duo. Fine. Toen dat Booga champion was, dat was gewoon de shit hè. We hadden eigenlijk gewoon onze world champion van Fortnite en... Ja, I don't know. Hij wordt echt de beste speler van de wereld. Ik kan niet Aqua en Nyrox zien als de beste van de wereld. Deze dice! Nee, ik kan dat echt niet. Ik weet dat ze champions zijn, maar... So wat. Van Booga, ja, en is FNC's champion, dan... wat was dat weer? Dan is dan nog een FNC's geweest, was dat dan niet Grand Royal? Dus ja, FNC's Grand Royal champions, FNC's champion. En dan nog een keer world champion, dus sorry, als je dat allemaal op je naam hebt staan, dan ja. Ja, we moeten iets proberen, hè, gewoon voor tags. Deze kindjes en benjy gegriefd, ik haat ze, dat ze maar sterven. Dank wel. Come on, we need more. Ja, dat is. Kenzel dies. Who is winning this game? Kami, with a kill. Klink. Eigenlijk is het CL Link, maar ja, eigenlijk als je het dan gewoon leest is het Klink. Holy shit. Noah Riley en Aqua. En world champion en Noah Riley. Ja, lootboy Aqua, dat is toch gewoon Aqua, ja. Ik wil eigenlijk een call kan gaan met Mathies, maar ja. Noah Riley with a kill. Dat is ook niet erg vind. Moest Noah Riley of Fadil een comeback maken. I would love to see that. Or just jump in like fucking morons. Look on height! Look on height! Chat. I don't have a chat. Look on height! Anderlecht's on second place. Clank and Toes are gonna go on height is. Dat was de ding. Noah Riley dead. Noah Riley is dead. A lot of people in this endgame. We see Janice, we see Scrummer, we see Floki, we see Toos, Aqua, Scrumguard, Teak, Trulex. Holy shit. First places are dead. Nomads? Ja. Dit, ja. Als je in FNC's finals gespreid wordt door een SMG, dan sla je toch gewoon je tafel in twee. Floki! What are you doing, kid? Floki is a brain dead bitch. Janice. Also a favorite. Niet per se van mij, maar gewoon heel. Ja, de first game. Who's on first place right now? Maar Pablo zegt no. I don't give a fuck. Dead. Wie the fuck zijn Swag en Pablo? No one likes these kids. Janice. Is it gonna be Janice for this game? Ja.
Ik heb hem later.
Oh shit, Camille is er niet. Ja, oké. Ja.
Ik hoor het van een net al, niet?
Nee, dat is gewoon.
Maar je legt daar, hè?
Ik heb hem daar net nog maar gepakt, maar ja, Jet rode hem al de hele tijd.
Ja, maar ik kan dingen nodig. Dat is een ding van mijn gsm. Oh, ik kan geen ander ding gebruiken, want anders om mijn gsm nodig te worden.
Dat is gewoon.
Komt dan naar beneden voor eten? Ja.
Ja. Guys, we gaan eten. Maar ja, we gaan hem terug op benjy zetten, ja. Of op Savage. Savage met double amount of viewers. Alright, zometeen boys.
kill them, then
Yeah.
you can get a good game so easily. Because I have South, I think.
Yeah. Let's fucking go. Let's win this game.
Holy shit, what happened here? Yo guys. Oei, 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 oei. Oei, 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 oei. Weer al dit. Ja, dat wordt geen champions, hè. It's not even necessary that we still watch. Oh, er is iets gebeurd. We gaan zien wie dat er gewonnen heeft. Natuurlijk zal ze weer first. Kut team. Gaat onder. Like, ze zijn on God zo fucking gay. Let's go. Who is on first right now? I cannot know that. I do not know. Thomas and Tyson. De standings. Allee, we gaan kijken. Wie zijn dat? That makes me so mad. Like, wie is dat on the first place? There is no one in this top 10 that I want to win. What is this? Is EU literally gonna suck this hard? Ik vind het jammer dat Morten naar school moet. Like, anders in East. It's gonna be crazy. Clicks. Geef eigenlijk geen fuck om school. Dus like, let's just watch in the East. I don't give a fuck. Ik ga straks dan ook een keer Fortnite spelen. Gewoon voor... Oh, jongen, anders is het echt geen kloten te doen.
This lady's coming in hot. Boom, Court.
Hi, my name is Carmen Winstead.
Ik krijg hier een scheetlader. Echt zo een lader die zo je gsm oplaadt in 9 uur of zo. En je denkt dat het grap is. Oké, we gaan even kijken. Noah. Oh, no. Tyson. Oké, als we dan toch moeten kiezen, dan mag het toch wel gewoon Verdeel of Tyson worden met de comeback. It has to be. It has to happen. Cap. Als ze mij in de finals zetten, ga ik niet eens laatste zijn. Je moet gewoon like, qualifyen tegen kids die zelf niet naar de finals raken, maar die gewoon goed zijn. En dat is zo annoying. Like, steek mij nu in de finals en I'm literally winning. Yeah, I mean, I'm not winning, but like, I would not lose either. It's one of these days. Ja, het is waar.
guys maybe happening across the map in different areas as well, right? Really fun and exciting stuff in the F4 fans.
Moet je eigenlijk echt alles van zagen over alles, je voelt. Weet je wat? Nee. Dat is gewoon omdat ik Savage kijk. En Fortnite zegt dan van, oh, nee, we gaan ze laten verliezen. Dus ik moet eigenlijk benchje kijken. Alright, they have started again. What means that... City is dead. Chewie, Finn is dead. Benji and Savage. It's not looking too good. No, that's not 2 of 3 games. That ain't happening. Tenzij als ze dit nu winnen met like 20 kills. Are these kids actually... Ik, op dit moment... Gewoon met de standings te zien, heb ik meer zin in East nu. Goed. Goed, Sava, Benji. Like, FNCS is not the same. Like, the SMG, it ruins it. Like, de beste FNCS was Stark. Niet omdat Monherald toen heeft gewonnen, maar gewoon de pump, de skill. It was there. It was actually just amazing to watch. Nu is alles gewoon SMG. It just is. You cannot go around it. What is this SMG? Nu is er toch niks interessants te zien, dus...
Nice. I think they're showing insulted. No, not really. I got like 100 light and 100 there.
My name is coming. Want me to fix
Got gold and quick nice.
Want me to fix my eyeliner?
Imagine you're out skiing and you have a good time, but suddenly you see a massive avalanche that is about to completely bury everyone.
I need to go for gold. I got 100 nice. I got 2 minis.
For all of you that are saying this is easy, you can go keep rocks. If you didn't know yet, this is the $1 million puzzle. It's essentially a puzzle of a giant QR code, and when you scan it, you get a prize of up to $1 million. This is quite literally the hardest puzzle I've ever done in my life. I'm not really a puzzle connoisseur, but almost 2 hours in, just finished the border. After the border, getting started is all luck. You have to find the first couple matches and then just go from there. I'm sorry, you can unfollow if you want, but I'm still not done. I'm gonna have to finish tomorrow. For all of you that- This is the $1 million puzzle. It's a puzzle of a giant QR code, and once you're finished, you can scan it for a prize of up to $1 million. I know a lot of you probably hit that red plus button just to see me finish the puzzle. But before you hit that unfollow button just because I'm finished, I want to ask you if you actually enjoyed the content. And if the answer to that question is yes, I'd be really happy if you stay followed. But in the meantime, now the only thing that's left to do is pull out my camera and scan the QR code. Let's see what we get.
You maybe use that a bit.
Dawn, mag ik je van achter pakken?
My bats are so fucked, bro.
Dawn, mag ik je van achter pakken? Dat jij niet bent, hoor. Did you just call my sister hot? Yep. But you're hotter. Second attempt to vacuum seal water. It worked. Second attempt to vacuum seal water.
Oh. There is a fight and I think benjy will lose. Fully zero mats. Je hebt zo lang gehad. Why am I even still watching them? They're not gonna... Ze zijn geen punt omhoog gaan. Wat die al? Get dinked, you silly bitch. Ja, maar Rain. No fucking way. Hoe werd dat? Boys. En Savage.
Stops. Him and Hookah usually have everything